Purple Pants Premonitions. Bryce and Gary DeAndre. Purple Pants Premonitions. Spiritual care and a tarot read on the way.
And we are back for your Purple Pants Premonitions of the month of September. We're a little late, but better late than never. And I also feel like how August came in, stirred up some ish, and then vanished. So, we had to, kind of resume from August. But I'm so excited to be here because now more than ever, do I need a spiritual forecast? Do I need a reading? And of course, I'm so excited to be here with my brother, my friend, the co-host to the Purple Pants Premonitions, Mr. Gary DeAndre. Welcome back to the podcast. How are you today?
It's good to be here. Honestly, as I'm like settling into the energy and just seeing your beautiful face, it feels really nice to be able to be like back in this space, back with the people, doing the people's job, being the people's princess. You know what I'm saying? Like doing all the things. So today I'm doing well. I can also say that August was awful. Okay. She was a little tired and tawdry. So I'm glad that she's gone. She was very depressing. No tea, no shade, no pink lemonade. But we are moving on into Miss September. And I don't know about you, but it feels like with the month of September, it feels like a new year in a way. It feels
It really does.
yeah, like it feels like that's like the proverbial new year that people be talking about because, the kids going back to school. You know what I'm saying? We starting some stuff back up. The weather is breaking and everything like that. We about to step into fall real fast. And I love fall. I love a fall frolic. Okay. So I'm very excited to be back with you and to be back with the Purple Pants Premonitions posse. Okay. Talking about what we can expect in the month of September. What are you looking forward to this month?
I am looking for healing. I am looking for, and I'm just being honest, because I really feel like the month of August surprisingly like took my mental health, my physical health, my spiritual health for a journey that I wasn't prepared for. And I feel like September is just from my own spirit. I feel like it's been grounding me. It's been really reminding me that like, bitch, you've been out of order for a real long time. And it ain't never too late to get it back in order, but it's just really like, and I think I've been like, sharing with the premonitions, like I feel like I just haven't been myself. I feel like I've been saying it for such a long time. But me saying I haven't been myself and me actually like putting myself back together have been two different things. And I think these last couple of weeks of August really kind of like woke me up to be like, bitch, it's now or never. And so I choose now. And so I really just want to order myself, my spiritual self, my mental health, my physical health. Like I don't want to say it's a priority. Like I really want to make it a priority. And that just goes for like procrastinating, laying in the bed. I got to be somewhere at 8:30. Not me laying on 8:15. Me like, I gotta make this dentist appointment. Like me actually making my dentist appointment. Me like, you know what? I missed a couple of therapy sessions. Maybe I need to get myself back in order. Maybe I need to meal prep. Maybe I need to like, maybe I need to pray. Maybe I need to like, there's just so many things that like, and I don't mean to go on this rant, but
you're serving me. You are preaching. Preacher. Okay.
I'm just saying, I feel like I have been bearing a lot of weight on my own. And this morning I went for a run and I have a little gospel playlist that I haven't played in a long time, and I'm playing my gospel music and old school Trinity 5-7, like God's grace, like it just reminded me that like I'm not here alone. And I don't need to bear things alone, and I don't need to get spiritual in a time that I feel like I'm frantic, right? Like it needs to I just want more order in my life. And I think that, so that's just where I've been. That's where I've been. That's where my spirit's been. And I'm excited to see what the cards have to say.
Well, let me just say before we even hop into cards, I appreciate your transparency And I appreciate you. Honestly, it feels like you've been in my house, like, bitch, get out my house, okay? Because you are speaking my life, you are speaking my soul, you are speaking exactly where I have been. Like, in addition, I feel like over the last couple of years, I would say probably from like 32 to, I'm getting ready to celebrate another birthday very soon. And it feels like the last couple of years, I have just been on this proverbial rock, just like floating along, like not necessarily knowing where I'm going, not feeling grounded, as we talked about earlier, not necessarily knowing what am I doing that feels right? Is my body like in alignment with what is actually happening like in my reality? And is this what I want my reality to be? And if it's not something I want my reality to be, then baby girl, you need to do something to change it, because this is something you don't have to be stuck in. Like, you can take advantage of and you can put your energy into anything that's going to help you to transition from point A to point B, but it takes putting in effort in order to get there instead of just talking about it. You know what I'm saying? You can talk about it, but you got to be about it as well. You got to do the work. And that is something that I have been procrastinating with, and I can take ownership of that. But at the same time, I also know that we've gone through what we went through in order for us to be able to be at this point, to be like, okay, like, I'm sick of it. And I'm gonna also say, because it came from my spirit, like, don't overwhelm yourself with overdoing. You know what I'm saying? Because we want to get everything in order immediately. And we can't. We can only do one step at a time. There's this book that I was reading that's called Atomic Habits. And it's all about taking one thing and adding it. You know what I'm saying? Like, a small shift is by taking one new thing and adding it to your plot line of your life. Instead of thinking about what you need to subtract, think about what you need to add, so that way other things can fall off, by the wayside. So I just had to get that off my spirit, because I definitely felt that. And I'm very intrigued by the fact that I pulled out a quote from that book, because I only read maybe like 5-6 chapters of that book, and it still spoke to me. So the fact that I knew about that, I was like, okay, know what she's talking about. Okay. But I'm very excited to get into this month of September. I'm feeling live. I'm feeling excited to see what the tea is going to be as we go throughout this month. I want to use a new deck. I would normally use my deck, as we know, but today I wanted to try something different. I'll be using, we do have you and me. It's still going strong. Thank you to everybody that has supported. Okay. I was going to say, because I got mine right here as well. So thank you to everybody that has bought, that has purchased, that has supported, that has reached out. I appreciate that. Today, we are going to be using the Artist Decoded Tarot. This deck is by Jennifer Sodini and Yoshino. So the reason why I wanted to pull from this deck is because some of the different cards give actions or give things that you can imagine as you are going throughout your reading. And I want to be able to pull from those as we go throughout the month of September, so that way we can have some quote unquote homework to do. Because listen, the student in me, you know what I'm saying, the scholastic scholar always loves to be able to do something a little bit more. So I thought I would bring that to us today.
Love it.
So let's go ahead. We'll pull the cards out, see what the tea is going to be for this month. So I just want to know, what do we have going on in the month of September? Okay, hold on. They said you was talking about home. They said, hold on. Set your intentions and pray a little bit. So I want to set an intention that we will figure out exactly what it is that we need to know, what it is that we need to do in the month of September in order to be successful, in order to be sexy, and in order to be sensational, baby. Okay, we're trying to be sexy, successful, and sensational in the month of September. So let's go ahead and see. And they better now. All right, so let's go ahead and get a couple cards to see what the tea is going to be in the month of September. Woo! Universal energies, Heavenly Father, God, Goddess, ancestors known and unknown, spirit guides, whoever is in the room in this very moment in time. Thank you so much for the blessing of today. Thank you so much for this blessing that we're going to get in these cards. Thank you so much to all of the listeners out there and to anybody that received this message in advance. We thank you for your patience. We thank you for your time. We thank you for your openness. All right, so let's see. Can I get 3 cards to represent where we're going to be in the month of September? Just 3 cards to represent where we're going to be in the month of September. All All right. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Interesting. This month, I get it as a month of us being able to know what is distracting us, right? What is taking us out of this place of feeling grounded? What is taking us out of this place of feeling like we know what it is that we're supposed to be doing? And how can we go ahead and start taking steps to help us to go in the right direction, right? This month is going to be kind of like allowing us to be focused on those vices, those addictions, those things that have been taking us like by the wayside, and having to actually like confront them and do something about it. I love how the cards reiterate what we were already talking about. So that means the universe is hearing us and it is just responding to our energy. This month is all about, because the first card that comes up is the devil card. Okay. Now, whenever I get the devil card as a reader personally, I always think of the devil card as like, okay, we have these temptations that are in front of us. We have these things that we know can sometimes take us out of our good standing with ourselves. And this is just asking us, as it's coming up in reverse, to really just like take ownership of the fact that these things are real. These things are like really taking up some mental space in our lives, and we have to do something about them. Because the more that we don't pay attention to them, the more that we allow ourselves to literally like fall deeper into the rut that we are allowing ourselves to be in. So keywords for the devil card specifically are shadow work, darkness as a teacher, breaking free, and releasing fear. So we can't be scared about letting these things go. And I always got to keep it real. Sometimes when we letting go of the addiction, sometimes we letting go of the temptation, sometimes when we letting go of like the things that we know that we need to let go of, it scares us. Because we're like, well, what is my life going to be without this? I've always had this in my life. I've always had this in my back pocket. It's something that I've always known. But we don't necessarily allow ourselves to really just like think about what life could be without. How it could be helpful. It could be healthy. It could be healing for us to be able to transition into this period where we're not allowing those things to have this dark cloud over our head. You know what I'm saying? And this is an opportunity for us. It says shadow work, right? So thinking about our shadow and allowing it to basically just like integrate itself into our reality. So it's like, yes, like this is something that bothers me. Yes, this is something that I'm dealing with, but no, I am not ashamed to talk about it. No, I am not ashamed to say that I'm working on it. No, I'm not ashamed to talk about the fact that I may backslide and I may make some mistakes here and there. I may F up, but it doesn't mean that I am not working hard and trying to become a better person. This is where our Knight of Pentacles shows up. So the Knight of Pentacles is our next card. Whenever I get the Knight of Pentacles, I think of somebody who likes to work hard. I think of somebody who's really about their money. I think of somebody who's really about the things that are like their material gain. I think about a person that is on top of the stuff that's like right in front of them, right? Whenever I think of the Knight of Pentacles, I think of somebody who is like on their horse and they're kind of like, they know what direction they're going. They're very serious about the things that are important to them. The Knight of Pentacles is showing up right now because it's asking us to get serious. It's also reminding us, because the Knight of Pentacles is not the king. The Knight of Pentacles is not the queen. The Knight of Pentacles is also not the page. It's at the very beginning of their journey. They've already been through these steps a couple of times. You feel what I'm saying? So they know what to do. They may mess up a little bit here and there, but they get back up on their saddle and they're out. Woo! I'm feeling it moving through me today. Okay. They get back up on their saddle and they know what to do. Look at the Knight of Pentacles on this card. They're on the horse. You know what I'm saying? So they're ready to go. They're ready to make moves. They're not necessarily scared about what's going to happen. They know that it's time for them to pull off and make some shit shake, as I like to say. So with the Knight of Pentacles, keywords for the Knight of Pentacles are going to be diligence, perseverance, practicality, and stability. So being diligent with our actions. Okay. When I think of the word diligent, I know what my definition is, but hold on. I'm gonna get you the definition right from the interwebs. Okay, diligence, careful and persistent work or effort. Being very careful, being very persistent, doing things knowing that every day is you putting a little, you know what I'm saying? Like you putting a little into the pot in order for you to be able to grow, in order for you to be able to make things shake. And I think that this is going to be really important for us this month because we have to allow ourselves to know that we are working towards something and knowing that every day is an opportunity to make something work. Now, every day does not have to be like, oh, I'm about to do X, Y, Z, A, B, C, D, E, F. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you just do X and X is enough. Maybe you don't even do all of X. Maybe you just do half of the X, just one line. One line is okay. You can work on the other half of the X tomorrow. But it's persistent work. It's persistent effort. Perseverance, okay? Pushing through is what comes through for me. So knowing that it's going to be hard, but you can push through it and it's going to be okay. Practicality. So this means being mindful of the fact that, like, you can't, Rome wasn't built in a day. You can't do everything immediately. So start where you can, start small, be mindful, be perseverant, be diligent, and also the other word is stability. So it's like, where does your stability come from? What makes you feel stable? Who makes you feel stable? What actions bring stability and grounding into your life? And how can you allow that to help you on the pathway that you are taking as you're going throughout this month, as you are kind of like confronting some of those things in the background that have really been nagging at you because they're not the things that you should be putting your mind and your energy and your efforts into anymore. This is reading me for filth right now. It's so ugly how much it's reading me for filth. I actually feel not even embarrassed, but more like me talking to myself is like, get it together, girl. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, get it together.
Definitely.
It's time. It's time. Like, because of you thinking that this is the last stop. It may be the last stop in the book, but that doesn't mean that there's not another book for you to be able to hop into, baby. Okay? Our last card, it speaks for itself, is the strength card. So I'm just gonna ask you, what do you, if you were gonna be like reading the card and be like, okay, strength, what do you think that speaks to for you? Just like as somebody who's looking at the card, as somebody who, you know what I'm saying? Like, here's the title of the card. What do you think strength is telling us to do right now?
For me, if you're asking me, for me, it's telling me that I am strong enough. It's within. It's, you know, you're seeking something that you possess, but in order for you to unlock what you possess, you have to be methodical. You have to continue to be vigilant, working on these things to unlock these things. For me, strength, that's what it means to me, just personally, just in my own head, in my own like realm right now, if you're asking me.
Oh, I was asking you, baby boo, and you hit it right on the head. That's exactly what strength is. Strength is Leo energy. Think of your favorite Leo that you know. They come into a room. They take up space. You feel what I'm saying? They're very bold. They know what they're talking about. They know who they are. And that's what strength is asking us to kind of just like lean into right now. Being strong, being courageous, being brave, having vitality, moving through things, knowing that I'm strong enough in order to be able to make it happen. Like, even in those moments that you feel weakness, you're still strong. So don't stop yourself from thinking that this is the end of the road. It's not the end of the road, cause you can't let go. It's so
It's unnatural.
natural. Woo.
You belong to me.
Woo. I
I
belong
belong to
to
you.
him. But no, this is calling you to be strong. This is calling you to really step into this space of knowing who you are, knowing what you deserve. Let me say that one more time. Knowing what you deserve and really going for it. So I think that what's really going to be important is like reminding yourself of everything that you're deserving of. Maybe it takes you listing it out. Maybe it takes you just like really just being very mindful of the fact of like, this is what I'm trying to achieve. This is what I'm manifesting in this season. This is who I am, and sticking to that. You feel what I'm saying? It's it says generate an art. I want you to imagine generate an artistic rendition of an infinity symbol as a representation of the paradox of strength. So then it says, next, after finishing your piece, create a marriage of form and substance by writing a poem about the artwork, aligning the shape of your words to echo the twists and turns of the infinity symbol that you created. So it's really just asking you right here to just think about what the infinity symbol means for you as in terms of strength. When I think of the infinity symbol, it's unbroken. You feel what I'm saying? It keeps going. It moves on and on and on. And it's asking you to just like be mindful of the fact of thinking about how you can use that infinity symbol. You can use the theme of the infinity symbol to bring up this sense of strength, because nothing breaks that cycle, right? Nothing breaks that opportunity for it to just continue going, going, going. And nothing can stop you from going and going and going unless you stop yourself. So this month is going to be really important for us when it comes to us tackling our demons, okay? Tackling our temptations, okay? Tackling the things that we know are keeping us from transforming the way that we need to. And then with the knight and with the strength card, this is just reminding us that we have to be perseverant. We have to be diligent in the work that we're doing. But we're strong enough to be able to overcome. We're strong enough to be able to get through this period. We're strong enough to be able to get through this time. So I want you all to think about how you can allow some of those aspects of yourself to be healed throughout the month of September. And know that this does not have to be done by yourself. Know that you have trusted people in your corner to help see you through. Life is a journey, and this journey was not made to be taken alone. We may come into this world alone, some of us, not all of us. We may die alone, some of us, not all of us. But at the end of the day, it's all about the people on the way and the people that you know are locked in with you that help you to see the best version of yourself. That's going to be really important for you to rely upon as you're going throughout this month. That's what's going to heal you as you are going throughout the month of September. So that is our reading for the month of September.
Listen, they say ask and you shall receive, because I feel like I say this every month, but I really receive that reading.
It feels
Like
good.
it like those vices. And I think, sometimes when people think of vices, they think of like these negative things or like the quote unquote whatever, whatever. But like, baby, anything can be a vice, right? Like, and it's like, it's really these vices that you said you scared to let go. You don't know what it would like, and that's like, that is such a real thing. But we on that horse.
We on that horse. Ride that horse. Isn't that what
Okay.
Get on that horse.
But the torque was something. But listen.
Okay.
And yeah, we are strong enough. So I just thank you so much. I really needed that, like more than ever, more today, right now in this moment. So thank you so much for always being a listening, a healing, a messenger of the words that me, myself, and the posse need, because I look through the comments. You know, it's not a lot on the YouTube, but I look through the comments. People are like, thank you for giving me the heads up. August was going to be bumpy, or like, you know, I needed that. Like, I really appreciate that. So thank you so much.
Absolutely.
What do you have going on in September? Where can the people get in contact?
The people can get in contact with me, gangstergurry@gmail.com. I'm currently on an Instagram ban for myself. I don't know. Instagram is loud these days, and she just has a lot going on. So I'm not really on her right now. You can find me on Twitter/X, gangstergurry, if you want to. I do tweet. Okay. I can't give that up. That's probably one of my vices that I need to give up. No tea, no shade, no pink lemonade. But you can find me on Twitter/X. And right now I am in a season, because y'all my family, so I'm gonna always keep it a buck with you. I'm in a season right now where I am using my gifts and my talents and being very like protective of them, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? And I'm not necessarily, I'll do readings for friends and stuff like that, but I'm not out here like promoting services. It's like, it's a skill, it's a talent I have. If you need some help, I'm here to help, but I'm not out here being like, yeah, like I do this, da-da-da-da-da. It's giving very like, get in through the back door. You know what I mean? Like hit me up. I can get you in, you know what I'm saying? When the storefront is closed, you feel what I mean? I'm giving you a nice private experience. So that's what it's giving right now with all of like my spiritual work. It feels like what I need to do for myself is just get back into it for myself. Because I have been very floating in the wind, okay? Like a fart in the wind, honestly, lately. And I'm just trying to get back on track for me. So right now, I am just, you know, keeping my nose down, trying to stay hungry, trying to stay hopeful, and trying to stay happy. That's where I'm at.
And listen, sometimes that prioritizes when you have a gift. I really believe that it can be used for wonders, right? But it also takes from you.
Yeah.
And sometimes you have to give to yourself. Sometimes you have to utilize that gift on yourself. So I receive that in so many different ways. And again, I appreciate you. Love you so much. This has been our September Premonitions. We'll be back next month. We're wishing you health, wealth, and, you know, strength as you go on your journey of September. We'll be back. Thank you for listening.
It's the Purple Pants Podcast. You better listen in public, might make your stomach hurt. Ooh. It's the Purple Pants Podcast. You're trying to unwind, you better get that box wine. It's the Purple Pants Podcast. You're trying to get your snack, you better hurry right back though. It's the Purple Pants. It's the Purple Pants.